Good afternoon, everybody. All right, I'm going to talk about Emerson and the power of nonconformity. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate. Those are the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson. And today I want to share with you how Emerson's wisdom, especially his radical call to be a nonconformist, and can change the way you live, think, and create. And I think this is the most important message for today, where we're living right now, today. So, the call of individualism. Emerson once said, "Whoso would be a man must be a nonconformist." Think about that for a moment. What he was really saying is this: if you want to live fully, if you want to know who you truly are, you cannot simply blend into the crowd. You cannot trade your authenticity for comfort and security. Today, we live in a world that rewards conformity, likes, algorithms, groupthink. But Emerson challenges us to break free from that, because the greatest tragedy isn't failure. It's never even daring to live from your true self. And that's everything. Let's break down. Emerson teaches us these 6 pillars. 6 ways to live a life of authenticity and greatness. 1, to become more authentic. Your life isn't a performance for others. Emerson believed that deep down, you already know what's right, what's true, and what's proper for yourself. And you live by that. Authenticity is about trusting that inner voice. 2, to live with individualism. Individualism isn't selfishness. It's realizing your unique perspective, your creativity, your spark. That is your contribution to the world. It's everything. When you honor that, you expand what humanity can be. 3, rejection of conformity. Emerson called society a conspiracy against the manhood of its members. He wasn't being dramatic. He saw how easy it is to trade freedom for approval. We see that everywhere. But greatness demands resistance. It does. You have to resist that groupthink and that conformity. If it's not you, right? 4, courage and integrity. Nonconformity takes courage. It does. It's not easy, because you want to fit in. Go along, get along. It means standing alone when others bend. It means saying, I will live my truth even when it's uncomfortable. That's integrity in action. 5, personal growth and potential. When you stop conforming, you begin expanding. You discover abilities you never knew you had. The universe opens up. You step into potential that was waiting for you all along. Instead of going along to get along, like what we see in politics. Not to get into that, but they all need to grow up and grow some, you know what. I mean, they don't stand up. And I'm talking about both sides. And number 6, God. Emerson believed our lives are embossed in beauty. To him, God was not distant, but present in nature, in spirit, in you, in us. That's why we have a responsibility. When you realize that, when you live authentic, you live in alignment with the divine. And then now let's reflect on this. So let me ask you, where in your life are you conforming for comfort? Where are you holding back your originality, your creativity, your truth? Because it feels safer to blend in. If you're doing that, then just take a check and ask why it is that you feel safer blending in. Because it might just be a few tweaks. And then Emerson reminds us that the price of conformity is our very self. But the reward of authenticity is nothing less than discovering the beauty, courage, and divinity within us. So I want to leave you with this. Emerson's words aren't a dusty philosophy. I mean, even though it was a long time ago, I mean, it lives on today. That's how, I mean, I read all his quotes and they just resonate with me. They have so much power. They're alive. They are a call for you to be authentic, to be brave, to live your life in a way that makes a difference. If this message resonates, I invite you to pause today and ask yourself, what would it look like for me to live less from conformity and more from my true self? Because the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you, your true self. So thank you everybody for coming. And if you like it, hit the like button or subscribe or invite people. And thank you, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye now.